Hi, today I'd like to show you how to crochet this hat. It's using a puff stitch. Very cute, right? Then at the end you can add like a little furry ball on top. It's very, very cute, very stylish. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. To begin, you will need a J hook, crochet hook. It's a 6mm, and some scissors and something so you can sew the ends in. Let's begin. For this tutorial, I'm going to make a two-tone hat, actually multi-tone. The brim of the hat, I'm going to use this gray. This is I love this yarn from Joann's. I think it's called Graybeard. Yep, Graybeard. Okay, and then for the body of the hat, I'm going to use this Super Saver Red Heart yarn, and it's called Icelandic. Okay, I'm going to start out by doing the brim of the hat first. Okay, you start by going ahead and making a slip knot. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a chain, and the chain that we're going to make will basically show you, the size of the height of the brim of the hat. So you can make it as long or as short as you like. I'm going to go ahead and do a chain of 7. And actually I'm going to add 2 more. 9. So I chained 9. So this is going to be the length of my brim. Sort of, because right now I'm going to go ahead and do a double crochet into the second chain from the hook. Okay, go ahead and make double crochets, half double crochets, I'm sorry, into each chain until you get to the very end. That's the last chain, and do my last half double crochet. Anyway, this is how it's gonna look. What we're gonna want to do next is, or what we want is, we want this to have like a ribbed look, like a knitted look. So in order to achieve that look, we're going to do half double crochets into the back loops only, and I'll explain how. So go ahead and do a chain 1. Okay, turn your work over and go ahead and do a half double crochet into this chain, and the back loop only. So you go here and then continue doing your half double crochet through the back loops only down this row. Okay, and see, it kind of created like a little ribbed look right here. So we're going to basically continue doing this until we reach the length of your head, basically, so that it'll wrap around. So chain 1, turn your work over, and continue doing half double crochets into the back loops. I've never really considered myself as a good teacher, but I am definitely trying. I have several requests from my friends and family who wants to know how to crochet, and I'm trying my best here. So please don't judge. I'm not the best at teaching or showing, really, but I hope this helps you guys. Okay, continue. Chain 1, turn your work around, continue doing your half double crochet. Go ahead, continue to do this until you reach the length, and I'll meet you back here and then I'll show you how to finish this. Okay, I just completed doing this, and I wrapped this around my forehead, around my head basically, to measure, and it fits fine. You don't want it too long, but I measured this to be about 15.5 inches. Anyway, go ahead and measure and do as many rows as possible. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half, and we're going to basically slip stitch this together like so. So I'm going to hold this here and do slip stitching. So I'm going to go through the first chain of this piece and then the first chain of the next one and slip stitch. Hope you can see that. Sorry about that. Okay, go through the top of that chain and this chain. Okay, slip stitch. And the very last one. Okay, and now you've slip stitched that together. What I like to do is fold it out, fold it inside out, so you don't see the seam. And there you go. To begin the next part of this hat, what I'm going to do is we're going to do chain 1, and we're basically going to do a single crochet all the way around. Okay, so I chained 1, go into the first chain here and do a single crochet. Okay, go through the next chain, do single crochet. There's no real wrong or right way to do this. Just gotta make sure that you have an even number of single crochets all the way around. Sorry about the lighting. It got dark on me, so I had to use artificial lighting instead of natural sunlight. Oops. As you can see, you know, it's kind of tough to define where to go do your single crochets, but try to go through like a 2 chains, okay, instead of just a single one. It'll make the hat stronger if you do. Yeah, I don't like that part right there. Creates a hole. Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and continue doing the single crochets all the way around and meet you back here. Okay, I only have a few single crochets to do here until I reach the end. 1, and then what we're going to do is slip stitch into that very first single crochet that we did. Okay, and at this point you could change your yarn like what I'm doing now, or you can continue. I'll go ahead and cut off here, tie off. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and start on the new yarn, just to add a little bit of color. What we're going to do is we're going to start doing the puff stitches, since now we have a solid single crochet foundation. Go ahead and stick your yarn through. Okay. Sometimes what I like to do is I'll tie this together, the old yarn and the new yarn, just to secure it for now. Then at the end, when we're all done with the hat, we'll go ahead and weave everything through. Okay, to begin, what we're going to do is chain 3, okay? And then what we're going to try to do is kind of weave these ends through if we can. Maybe it might be not be a good idea because we are doing puff stitches. But anyway, go ahead and chain 3, okay, and go ahead and put your hook through the same chain and pull up. You have three yarn on your hook. Okay, pick up that. Okay, now you have 5 loops on your hook. Okay, I'm gonna go through the same chain again. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook. Okay, and go ahead and pull through all. That's your first bubble stitch. That's what I call it, I think. Okay, so now what we're going to do is skip 1 chain and go through the next chain and do the same exact thing. This time, instead of chaining 3, you're just going to start as if you're doing like a double crochet, right? So do that. Got 3 loops on your hook. Okay, got 5. And now, last one. And pull through all 7 loops. And then tie it off. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? This is going to be so pretty with these colors. Okay, skip that chain and do the puff stitch in the next. Skip that chain, go to the next. Hope you guys can see that. not very good at explaining how to do this, but I hope you can see how I'm doing it. This is going to be such a cute hat. Can't wait. I love starting projects and seeing the end results. It's just makes me happy. Sounds like an owl out there. Could be an owl or doves. Okay, I'll meet you guys at the end and I'll show you how to start the next row. Okay, I'm at the very end here. I'm going to make my last puff stitch. Okay, chain one. Then what we're going to do is at the top of this puff stitch at the beginning, go ahead and slip stitch to close that off. Okay, there's your first row of puff stitch. To begin the next, we're gonna slip stitch to this space right here between the puff stitches. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is, instead of making 3 double crochet or 3 chains, I'm gonna lift this up and start off with that. There's your 5, and then one more for 7. There you go. And then chain 1. Then continue on doing your puff stitches through these spaces in between the puff stitches of the previous row. Okay, that's how you continue. See that? This is going to look so cute. I can't wait to see this. It's going to be a very cute combination, color combination. I'll either put on a gray fur at the top, fur ball, or a white one. It depends on what I have left from last year's stash. But yes, this is pretty much it. You'll continue to make as many rows as you can, and then I will have to show you how to tie it all back in at the end, at the top right here. Let's see how many rows this one has. Looks like I did 14 rows of these puff stitches. So you can make it as long as you like. If you think you want it more slouchier, go ahead and make more rows of it. And then, like I said, I'll meet you at the very end. I'm going to make it as long as I can, and then I'll show you how to put it all together. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I've made my 14 rows of puff stitches, and I'm on my very last 2. So I'm going to finish making this last 2. And I'll show you how to finish the hat. It's going to be a little bit slouchy, and that's how we like it, right? So, making my very last puff stitch. Okay, finish off that way and slip stitch to the top of the first puff stitch that we made. Okay, and we are done, sort of. So now what we want to do is I'm gonna create a row of single stitches along the top, and then we'll go from there. We'll tie the hat together. So chain one and go ahead and make one slip stitch, one single stitch into each chain. So the top of this puff stitch, the next one will be through between these two puff stitches. So I'll make a single crochet here and then a single crochet on top of this. Okay, and then a single crochet between the two puff stitches, and then on top. Continue doing your single stitches all across, and I'll meet you back here. Just have a few more single stitches to do. Single crochets, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to make one more right here. Okay, and then now we're going to slip stitch into the top of this, into the first single crochet that you did, and we are basically done. So I'm going to go ahead and leave one long piece of yarn like so. Go ahead and tighten it to secure it. And now what I'm going to do is take one of my tapestry needles, and we're going to basically stitch this hat together. Now that you have it through here, what we're going to do is we're going to weave it through each of these double crochets that we did. So I'm going to go like this. I don't know if you can see it. We're going to weave it through each of these until we get to the other side, and then you'll see how we close up the hat. Okay, I'm going to get that through, and then continue to weave this needle through each of these single crochets that we did. Almost towards the end here. know this hat looks really big right now, but once everything is done, we've completed the hat, it'll look really cute and slouchy when you wear it, and it's super warm too. Almost there. Yep, just one more stitch. There you go. And I've reached the very beginning again. So what we're going to do now is pull on it to close up the hat. You'll see the top of this hat closing when you pull. See that? Cute, right? Gonna pull a little bit tighter. What I'm gonna do now is, now that we have it closed, we're gonna secure it more by weaving it through the hat, weaving it through the middle here, through this part. And we're gonna basically sew it shut. See that? Okay, weave it through here. We'll secure that hat. It's securing, right? I'm gonna do a few more of this just to secure everything. See that? Okay, put it through here. I'm gonna do a few more here just to be secure. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn my hat inside out. And do a few, weave in a few here as well. And I'll make a knot. And secure it. Now this part is optional, but you could add a fuzzy ball to it to finish the hat, which I will be doing, or you can make your own crochet ball to put on top of the hat. You know, you can use the same gray yarn that we used for the brim. That would be cute. But right now, since I have this cute fuzzy gray ball, I can go ahead and put on top. So I ordered mine on Amazon, and you can get a bunch of these for like very minimal. I think I got 16 of these for like $12 on Amazon. The only problem is it just takes a while to get mailed to shipped to you, because I believe it's from China. But anyway, I will try to find the link and put it in the description box, I'm sorry. And yeah, you guys can buy it from there. Okay, so what I'm doing is I went ahead and put my needle through here. And what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and slip this through this little white, I don't know what you call it, just to put this through. What I'll do is, with my needle, I'll put this through the top of the hat again. Just be very careful. And pull it through. See that? Very cute, right? I'm gonna do this a few more times just to secure this ball on top, this furry ball. Put it through this white, oops, I just lost this. Not a problem here. But anyway, that's like a little, I don't know, it's elastic. It's like an elastic thing that's attached to that ball. But I'm just gonna do this a few times just to secure everything. Okay, and then again, make a knot below. And then weave it through a little bit, and then you can cut it up, cut off the rest of the yarn. But this ball definitely adds a nice touch to this cute puff stitch hat. I've made countless hats, different variation of colors, and everyone seems to love it. You know, I make these and give them as Christmas gifts and birthday gifts, and people just love it. They use it all the time. So you can make these and give them to your friends and family. They will love you for that. So I snipped off the rest, and here is the finished hat. It's very slouchy, very cute, and very warm. Okay, but that is it. For the rest of this, you can just weave in or cut off the rest of this yarn. I'll go ahead and weave it now, just to show you guys how I do it. Just to give it a clean look to it, you know, give it a finished look. I'm gonna weave this through here. I'll just cut the rest. Oops. Okay, do the same. There's no right or wrong way of doing this, so just do it however you like. If it's gray like this, just weave it through the gray only areas. One more thing to weave in. Voila, we are done. Here's the finished hat. I hope you like it. It's very cute and warm, and I'm sure your friends and family will like it if you give it to them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe to my channel. That will help me a lot. Thank you so much.